Hey guys, here's a little scorekeeping note that I made of showing how many verses each versus won and their scores of each versus. And there's Kingdom Hearts music in the background because we're actually recording that versus. We've been recording that versus, which is the future versus that is going to come sometime starting this year, because this is, or next year, or whatever. I think it's going out maybe the day or two before the New Year's, or maybe a little bit after, I don't know. As you can see, Crash Tactic Mason, it was Larell, me, these points, and count up these points. It's just Crash Bass, just a medal, and I'll have a link to all these verses in the description below if you want to see them. And the Ocarina Time, that was a big one. That was a lot of people. And I'm gonna pause for a second. Oh, that's cool. And Tekken 2, that was a small versus, very small, puny. Really? And then we had Crash Team Racing, which was another big versus. And then Super Mario Sunshine. Man, was that a long one. That's what she said. And it was surprising on how that turned out. Again, I'll link all the verses in the description below for you to see them. And then we had Soul Calibur versus, which actually just ended probably yesterday, if this goes up on New Year's Eve, or maybe it'll go up on New Year's Day. I don't know. And Crash Tag Team Racing versus was finished about quite a few months ago. So in Soul Calibur, it's a bit out of order. In Link's Awakening versus, we have a hiatus on that. I don't know if we're going to finish it, or when we'll finish it, or if we're going to. And then we also have Slender Versus, which ended about a month ago or so. Not even a month ago, about half a month ago. And as you can see, the scores, Larell won. And then we have Ocarina of Time 3 Heart 1 versus Seption. I don't ever call it versus Seption though in the videos anymore, or I don't know if I ever did, but this is the current score after episode 10. Episode 11 might be out by the time this video is up, but this is episode 10. And you'll probably, if you've seen episode 11, you'll know the score for that. So, and here is a new versus coming up. Here we have Team 1 versus Team 2. And there's also Team 3, Jake and James, but right now we're only doing the first two teams, because we're only doing two teams at a time, so it's going to be these are two teams, and then whoever wins faces whoever loses faces Jake and James, and then whoever Jake and James didn't face before will face it in the third row, because it's only probably going to be like 3, or probably about 4 or 5 episodes anyway, so it'll be fast, so we'll see who wins. And like I said, we're doing Kingdom Hearts versus, and Kingdom Hearts versus is going to work a little bit like Super Mario Sunshine. You get points for doing certain things, and each world you get certain things. I'll explain how that versus works in that video. And then we also have Ape Escape versus, which we've also recorded. And that versus is pretty simple. It's a time trial thing. You win. Whoever gets the fastest time trial gets the fastest time in time trial of each level, gets a point for that level, and boom, move on to the next level. So whoever has the most accumulated points by the end of that, after doing all the levels and the 3 minigames, doing the best in the minigames, wins that versus. And it's gonna be a quick versus, probably about 4 episodes, maybe less. And Cat Mario versus. We might do this. It'll be Super Cat Mario. Just me versus Ryan. 1 versus 1, and Google Food versus will be coming in the future too. See how it says coming when, because that one will be February or maybe sooner, depending on if we continue Cat Mario 2 or not, me and Ryan, because we're stuck on that one. And Google Food versus, that'll probably be soon, honestly, because that's just it's one episode, only one episode of that, maybe 3. Might add Larell into it too. I don't know yet. Oh, and this isn't exactly a versus, but it's more of a guess on how fast I will reach 100 subscribers. And these are all of our guesses on how fast we'll get it. Like I said, LOL. I don't have confidence that I'll reach 100 subscribers anytime soon. Like maybe the end of 2017. I'm being optimistic of what I really think. Look what they all think. Sad. And then this 19 isn't really confirmed yet of what it'll be, but it's going to be some verses that Tyler and Josh did. We're going to play along with it, and it's not going to be Ocarina of Time or Super Mario Sunshine again, or a Zelda game. Really, might be Zelda 1. I don't know. They didn't do a versus of that. That was a Let's Play. Never mind. Then Tekken 4 versus coming in March, once we get that game. And the final versus of Crash Tag Team Racing will be spring. Look, see, there's more than just us three. It's going to be different. It's going to be adventure mode versus, instead of just those 5 cups, and that's it. Then Majora's Mask versus. The numbers are a bit wrong there. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. Majora's Mask versus. I have no idea how I'm going to work with that one, but it's probably just going to have my video, my older video, my Let's Play video, and Tyler's Let's Play video, but it doesn't make sense because I'm trying to do it fast and they're not. So I don't know how that's going to work. And then Ryan and Brittany, both of them are going to have screens, and they're going to play along with my current Ocarina of Time versus that I'm doing, the 3-heart one, and they're going to do a 3-heart one, a 3-heart one, and they're going to do 3-heart one to see if, because the recount, if you didn't see the recount video where in the Water Temple versus the 3-heart one, it showed that Ryan actually lost that level, that versus, that episode, and Brittany actually won the Ocarina of Time versus, as shown right here. As you can see, it used to be Ryan was first, Brittany second, so that changed that. Which is kind of like the redo of the election, except nothing was actually changed in that. And also Shrek Super Slam versus, but that's all the verses I've come up with. So here's the total wins. So it shows the numbers is how many times we've won out of times of how many versuses, how many times, counting of basically 34 is out of any, I don't know the word for it, but the difference between the two is how many I've lost. So basically I've lost 13, but there's been 34 challengers total, like 34 different people I faced in the many versuses. And as you can see, I'm winning. And some of these percentages might be higher than the others, but as you can see, it's just because they have done less. So that's why we're doing more of these with other people besides just me, Ryan, and Larell. As you can see, ours is so much higher. And so here's how many total wins we've counted just by us few. Me versus Ryan, Ryan is winning. Ryan versus Larell, Ryan is winning. And me versus Larell, I'm winning. So we're both beating Larell, and Ryan's beating me, so. And hopefully these few versuses we're doing will change that, and hopefully in my favor. And then only counting versus, like, all of us, Crash Team Racing and Ocarina of Time versus, without them, I'm winning. Again, and Ryan and Brittany are tied, and they're looking to break that tie in that Ocarina of Time versus thing that they're doing. Because I think that's the next one they're doing, or maybe it might also happen in the Crash Tag Team Racing versus final one, because that's the last one, because we've already done 2. And then only counting versus with Josh and Tyler. As you can see, we're tied, because in the first one it was Ryan, me, Tyler, Josh, and then, because that was Ocarina of Time that I just said, and then in Super Mario Sunshine it was Josh, Tyler, me, Ryan, which is the exact opposite of what, which is funny. So that's why I suggested this versus this one right here. The one that I'm shaking that's in the middle next to the arrow. Well, that's basically all I want to update you on how the versuses are doing, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully this score will change soon, and I'm going to try and win more verses, because I want to be the best like no one ever was. No, I'm just kidding. I do. I want to be number 1. Because that's, like I said in Kingdom Hearts Versus, except I didn't pick the choice, being number 1. Other than my most prized possession is what I desire most, is being number 1. But after prized possession, my prized possessions come before being number 1. But yeah, well, if you guys enjoyed this little video, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Who you think is going to have the most wins by the time 2017 ends, because I'm gonna do another video then, counting how many versuses we've done by then, because I'm not counting how many, probably not until 2017, the end of it, until I'll count our total scores, and maybe thinking of some sort of prize that we'll give each other by then or something, I don't know. You know, besides the prizes that come within each versus, but an ultimate prize for all of them for 2018. We're not going to do it this time, but next time we will. So, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't already to see these verses. They'll be on mine and Ryan's channel, and possibly even Larell's, I don't know. James says he might put some on his. Maybe Mandy, Brittany, Jake. I'll put all of the links in the description below to all these verses and all the channels that are going to be participating in the verses, including versus Tyler and Josh. Even though I'm not technically recording with them, I'm recording with them video, which I hopefully, if they ever see it, hopefully they don't get mad about that. But it's basically like a reaction video. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.